up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Fightland, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Fightland Season 1, Episode 5. This is the recap. Down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did y'all feel about this episode? I mean, these episodes are getting crazier and crazier, and we know in the next upcoming episode, a war is about to pop off between Kingsley Marshall and, of course, the Russians. And man, I know your boy Duke is pissed off, because as soon as he decides to listen to Joy and go along with her game plan to just leave and be with her and Aiden, Kingsley Marshall makes his return out of nowhere, and once again it messes up Duke's plan. Know what I'm saying? Just like back in the day. So we're going to see what's going to end up happening this time around. But as I told you guys before, I'm not 100% believing that Kingsley was the one that set him up. I believe it was someone else. It just seemed like it's going to be a twist, and it seems like it's information that we're missing. So we're going to find out soon enough. But let's hop right into it. I'm going to try to just focus on the key points in this episode. So what did we see in episode 5 titled, I Want This? Now the episode starts out with Duke, Jay, and Rox. They're trying to get Duke's father to the hospital. They get him there, and of course we know surgery is about to begin real soon. They're trying to hope and pray that he, ends up recovering. And I hope that's the case. But we know later on in the episode, things end up getting worse for him. Now we know Cece is very upset about what happened to Aiden. Joy is even more upset, and we know she slapped Cece right in the face because Cece was acting like Joy had no say-so about her own son, right? But she understands she's very emotional, and we know she has a conversation with your boy Zeke because she is blaming him for everything. And we know throughout the episode that your girl Joy, she was eavesdropping, trying to get intel on what was really going on. And of course, she did let your boy Duke know that the Russians took Aiden, and he is promising her that he's going to get him back safe and sound. Now we get to Aiden and the Russians, and the guy that Aiden was with was real cool. You can tell that he really cared for the boy, and he did not want anything to happen to him. But Sergey, nah, he ain't going. He has the conversation with Nick, and he's telling him they gotta pay. He ain't listening to Nick at all. He wants revenge, and he tells him, look, you give me Zeke, and I'll give up the boy. You know what I'm saying? So that is the game plan. And of course, they have until midnight to get this done, because if not, that means Aiden is going to be up out of here. Now we know Nick does tell Cece the news, and she is pissed off because she does not want anything to happen to her brother. And we talking about her real brother, Zeke. She does not want anything to happen to him. Now she does care for Aiden, but we know by the end of the episode, when she said, go ahead and make that move, she was not looking out for Aiden at all. It was going to be Zeke who she was going to be looking out for. Now, we know your girl Joy, she does pop up because she wants to know more intel about what's going on. But of course, once again, Cece is not really trying to give her anything. Now, we get to your boy Lazaro. We know he had a conversation with Duke. He didn't really give a damn about Aiden at all. He just wants to, go along with the game plan. But we know Duke, he wants to protect the boy at all costs. Now, he ends up calling Armando. He tells him some of the news. He didn't really go into too much detail about what's really going on, but he told him that he's going to handle it, right? Now we know something is going on between the two. It was a past event where Armando had work done by your boy Lazaro, and apparently, I guess Armando promised his father that he would take care of, Lazaro. And we also know that Armando was telling him if he does not get the job done, if he does not drop off Kingsley Marshall soon, that he's basically going to send someone to come and get him. So it ain't looking too good, right? So your boy Lazaro is going to have a lot of pressure on him to get this job done and eliminate any threats that's in his way. And in this episode, we saw firsthand that he was not playing around. But I think it's more details about these guys. I mean, your boy Duke, he's thinking that he's been set up by Kingsley Marshall. You just never know. He could be getting set up by these guys. I mean, we only got 3 more episodes left, so I do believe there's going to be some type of twist within this whole story. But I'm not trusting anybody. But y'all can let me know down below on what y'all think. Now, your girl Kim is having a conversation with Lewis, and Lewis ended up reporting her. So now she is suspended, and he is pretty much telling her that she needs to just look out for herself and just calm down. None of this is really worth it. Next thing we know, your boy Lazaro, he drops Lewis off. He's up out of here. He gets into a scuffle with Kim, and they going back and forth. And then all of a sudden, she is thrown out the window, and we see her body laid out on that concrete. So I want to know, what ended up happening. I do believe she is alive. They're making it seem like maybe she's up out of here, but I don't think so. I think it's too much story to tell when it comes to her character and her sister. So I believe she is still going to, be alive and she's going to recover, but we're going to find out soon enough. Now we know Duke and Jay, they're hitting the Russians. They're getting intel. And of course, Nick is pissed off. He's believing that CC is making moves, but of course that's not the case. And CC, she is questioning Zeke. And he's like, look, I ain't been doing nothing. I've been sitting back, chilling. I've been going along with your game plan, right? So he is actually telling the truth. And we know he is getting upset because CC is continuing to talk down on him. And he ain't feeling that. Now, Jay and Duke have a very serious conversation because Jay is very eager to help out, risking his life way too much. And Jay ends up telling him back in Vegas 8 years ago, the reason why he could not be found was because he was still on those drugs. He was doing coke, having a good old time. And of course, this pisses Duke off because he's like, man, my brother was bleeding out and you up there getting high, partying. Next thing we know, the two get into a scuffle and then they end up making up like friends do. But man, this was a very emotional scene. And Jay, he just really wished that he could have saved Calvin. And we know he's been struggling, or he was struggling, with the drugs and stuff like that. He is clean now, but that was a major part of his life. And he is just trying to move on. Now, CC gives Nick the word that Zeke is not going to be touched. She is not trading in her brother for Aiden or whatever. And Sergey is going to kill that boy. And Nick is telling her this. So this is a sacrifice. And man, it was crazy, right? Now, we also know back at the hospital that Duke's dad is not doing too well. And Rox is telling Jay that maybe he needs to get down there because this could be it. But we know Jay tells Duke that his father is doing good. He's going to fight. He's going to make it. But man, I don't know, man. I'm hoping his father makes it. I do not want to see him, going out like this, especially seeing how Duke has already lost his brother. I mean, damn, that would be a crazy one, right? Now, Duke and Jay get the location of where Aiden and Sergey are at. And man, this scene right here, it was crazy because Duke was in there moving like old boy from the Sifu game. I don't know if y'all ever played Sifu, but he was in these hallways going crazy, all types of hand combat and everything like that. I mean, a crazy action-packed scene. And then we know Sergey had the drop on Duke, but he ended up missing the shot. Next thing we know, Duke gets the drop on him, and he does not waste any time at all, and he gets him up out of here. So we smoking on that Sergey pack, right? Now, of course, Aiden is found. Everything is good. He is safe, and that's a good thing. This is exactly what Duke wanted to do, and it seems like Duke is going to have that happy ending. He goes back to Joy, takes Aiden there. She is happy as hell. He is telling her that he wants to do exactly what she wanted to do and just leave and get the hell up out of there with her, Aiden, and him. And then all of a sudden, Kinsley Marshall pops up out of nowhere like a damn ghost. And I'm like, man, just like the past, Just when Duke thought he had everything planned out with Joy, Kinsley comes in and he changes everything. Now, Kinsley gives his family a hug and then he walks up to Duke. He gives him a hug as well. I believe he said, my son or whatever. So as I told you, I think Kinsley is still cool with Duke, or I don't know if he was the one that set him up. I don't think so. I think it's more to the story. It gotta be. Somebody else did this, because Kinsley was cool with him and he was invested in him as a fighter. He pretty much pushed everything to the side in order to promote Duke, and that's what he wanted to do. But things changed real quick that night. Somebody else had to do this, but eventually we're going to find out with only 3 more episodes left. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, how did you feel about episode 5? Another banger, action-packed, and it seems like they're not going to slow down in episode 6. So, man, I cannot wait to see it. You already know I will be dropping that what to expect video for you guys in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support. Thanks to all the members of the channel, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.